the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
LUS is committed to our customers. From providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service, LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to X Sports Today. The whole crew, the Beatles of at the X Sports Network are back together.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to die, so I'm not John.
You don't want to get shot?
Wow, starting this off.
No, Ringo.
Yeah, that's
I'll go with Ringo.
I'll be George.
Ringo, sir.
I'll be George Harrison.
You'll be George?
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh-oh. Well, since you don't have a voice right now.
I'll be Paul. He can't
Paul,
sing.
You'll be Lennon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be John Lennon.
Where's your...
We'll go with that.
Is Yoko in Knoxville right now?
Ooh, I'm not calling her Yoko.
Anyways, Taylor Plott, Brian Gobble, Michael Marks. I'm AJ Good. We've had some spirited conversations. Right before we came on, I said I can't wait till Diego Pavia gets decapitated in an NFL preseason game, and just brought up that Bryant once
Straight to violence.
once Levis decapitated.
I mean, just get him out of the organization. I was being a bit.
He wants a
hyperbolic.
professional decapitation.
I was being a
I
little.
don't know, you told-
I want him out of the organization. However, that needs to happen. You just release his contract. I guess that'd be a little more mild mannered. So
I like the verbiage. That just because that came from the heart. I felt like that really came from the heart right there.
We need to just take him at the top of Nissan Stadium, just throw him over the edge.
there's a river over there. It's not like he's gonna have a hard landing.
I've got an idea. He plays for the Nashville Cats of the Arena League, and they just have a accident. They throw him over the boards head first.
Yeah.
Career-ending injury, not life-threatening, but career.
That's life-threatening.
That's true.
I've said that a couple times during ball games. Like, whoever your team is, somebody else is just having like their best day of their life or whatnot, and you just sit there, just watch like Johnny Manziel back in like the 2014 or something. It's like, I really wish you just have a career-ending injury, not life-threatening. Just get him off the field forever.
Good.
Just a concussion, just for the week.
True story. I was covering Marshall at Birmingham that same weekend, and Texas A&M stayed in the hotel across from us. So there was a lot of Marshall, Texas A&M mingling. So I got to see Johnny Manziel in person in our lobby because the players, I guess, a lot of Texas, Alabama, Georgia guys on both sides, some Florida guys as well. So that was wild that they were playing. Well, A&M played and Bama played before Marshall and UAB that night. So we watched pretty much the bulk of that game just sitting in the press box going, wow.
It's just, I still have that game vividly in my mind. It's like, he could not be stopped. And it wasn't just Bama that couldn't stop him. Every single team that they played, you could not stop them.
Next year they figured it out.
They figured it out. Oh, yeah. They figured it out eventually.
Was that the 59 to 6 or whatever? Or was that the next year? That may have been 2 years later.
That might have been 2 years later. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the next year they played at A&M. They got in a shootout.
Yep.
That was that crazy. He throws it like 50 yards downfield. Mike Evans goes up and gets through
it.
like 3 defenders and gets it.
Yeah, it was like a 15-yard catch.
Yeah.
Those are the games you just throw your hands up. It's like you just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and it just is what it is. But guys, speaking of college sports, that's on me that we haven't talked about this yet. But Bediako at Alabama's got a case coming up about whether he can play or not. And then next Friday, we get a hearing for Joey Aguilar that I think Diego Pavia, even though he's not trying to get back in, he has a he is.
It's the case that's like titled under his name. It's the Pavia versus the NCAA injunction. So that one's got like 20 or 30 different players on it. Joey was a part of it until
Joey separated.
Yeah.
It seems like it's been better for Joey. He separated and withdrew himself from that lawsuit. Got his own attorney, filed in Knoxville under his own name and on I don't know the legal jargon, but
he saw what Bediako and what James Nanji and all these guys have done. Just get a TRO, and so the NCAA can't touch you until the hearing.
Yeah.
Smart. It's smart. I mean, it definitely is. And the stuff that I talked about, yesterday, I'm still a firm believer that if you sign a contract, then that means something. And I know that there's other situations out there. I get it. At the end of the day, let's just figure this out. I mean, what's the rule going to be? What's the law going to be? And just go from there. I understand that there's different avenues and stuff like that, but it's just becoming the Wild West. And the thing I'm afraid of is what college sports is going to be like from this. Right. And is it a thing where it's just, we just have to continue on with a case-by-case basis, or do we finally figure something out and have, all right, well, here's this, here's the law, here's the rule, and that's it?
I don't blame any of the players like Bediako or Aguilar, Pavia for doing this. I don't blame the schools for accepting him in. Like, at the end of the day, they're trying to do what's best for them, and the players is play their sport, make money as long as they can at the highest level that they can. I think Aguilar and Bediako both know probably not going to make it at the next level, so let's milk this for as long as we can. The schools are going to be like, heck yeah, we want him back. Our job is to win. Right. The coach's job is to win. The athletic director's job is to make money, and you make money by winning. So they're going to sit there and back. Athletic director for Alabama is going to sit there and hold Bediako's water, and we're going to fight tooth and nail for Joey Aguilar. Like, that's understandable that they're doing that. I don't want to villainize the player because they're just trying to get everything that they can out of the situation. Right. But I think everyone agrees there needs to be structure, and until there is structure, you're going to see this continue to snowball. I was asking Michael about this. Do we want Joey back?
Okay, so
that's a good question.
That's the ultimate question.
So the Tennessee fan in me says yes, because he started off the season really, really good. Late in the season kind of lingered, but then it comes out that he had a tumor growing on his throwing arm. I'm curious to see what a full season of a healthy Joey Aguilar would lead, what it would lead to for Tennessee, because everybody knows Tennessee kind of lingered down the stretch there. What a fully healthy Aguilar could have led for them.
I don't want the guy. I'm on the opposite. I would love for him to be great, and I would love for him to be good, but I'm not going to pretend like his turnover issues just happened at the last season. That was his worry coming into the season, that he showed at Appalachia State, right, and all the other places that he played, is that he was a turnover liability. And so that's why I'm like, I think our ceiling is limited with him. Yeah, we might have a higher floor, but I think we're also limited with him. And I would like to go with someone who has a higher ceiling. I don't know if – I haven't seen George McIntyre. I haven't seen Faison Bredin. Nobody has seen either one of them on a collegiate level. But to me, those guys, at least in my mind, maybe it's because we haven't seen them. Maybe it's just the unknown and the shiny new toy that we want to try to play with and see what it can do. Like, that's me. I want those guys to come out and try to, break through the ceiling of 10 wins. I want them to go out and do the best they can to see what they can do. Not bring that Joey Aguilar who's going to, have, to me, in my mind, he's going to have like a Jameis Winston top season where he throws 30 touchdowns, but he can also throw 30 interceptions.
Right. And see, that's the sports fan in me, is I don't want him back. I think we're getting to a spot where we're having preliminary hearings so a team can have a quarterback back for another year. Listen, he's been in college. I get it was a junior college, community college, but he's been in college since I was in high school. I'm graduated now. We need to move on. Tennessee's in a rough spot with quarterbacks, but that's just kind of how the cookie crumbled this year.
He threw
10 interceptions this year.
10 interceptions.
I think 2 or 3.
I think I saw all of those in person too.
Yeah, I think of it.
Most of them.
I'm trying to remember the stat. I'm drawing it from my memory, so if it's wrong, I apologize. But I think he threw over like the last 5 games. He had like 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, which is
not great.
Not great. So I want somebody that can take care of the ball and that will have a higher ceiling. Yeah. So Joey's not that. He's limited in my opinion.
Yeah. So that means is the Bediako case today?
I think the hearing's supposed to be today.
It's ongoing. I'm reading stuff that's been coming out over the last half hour. Nothing seems set in stone yet.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, we didn't mention Greg Sankey's statement.
Yeah.
Right? Was that legit, what I saw from him?
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Let me see if I can find what he said, if nobody has that pulled up.
And he asked the court to uphold the NCAA eligibility rules challenged in this case, which are essential to the integrity of college sports, to the educational mission they serve, and to the opportunities they provide for current and future student athletes.
The way that I read that was, he is basically saying, enough with this crap. We need to stop. Just this is getting too far, and I can completely get behind him on that. But until we can do that, or the only way we can do that is to actually figure this stuff out. And unfortunately, in this path, you have to figure it out in the court system. And the thing that I wish would happen, and who knows, it could be this instance, could be with the Bediako, could be with the other ones, everybody combined into what the effort is being done right now. But up until this point, every single lawsuit that has been filed against the NCAA has lost. To my knowledge, it's been every single one. There might have been 1 or 2 that they won, but they're very minuscule. But every single one on these type of issues, they have lost. And we see where it's gotten us to where, okay, well, now someone else is challenging something else. And now here's another thing, here's another thing, here's another thing. So at some point, in order to, if I was be the one that says, okay, well, we have to save college sports, well, then who do you probably need to win? I would think the NCAA would probably have to win something to at least try to keep some structure or whatnot. But I don't know. I think I mentioned this not that long ago, but I feel like the NCAA just needs to have a complete reset, figure this out, say, all right, whether it's, I know the Congress gets involved with some stuff, which I don't like anyway, but somebody needs to get involved, be like, all right, let's sit down and talk about this. Go through every single section of their bylaws and everything, rewrite them in a way that is relevant to today, that incorporates NIL. And if you want to do a thing where it's like, all right, well, you can declare yourself for a draft, but if you get undrafted, okay, fine. If you have eligibility, you can come back.
Sorry.
But, whatever, figure it out, because until this has a resolution, you're still going to have case-by-case basis, and we're going to keep going through this every single year.
I would say I don't think there's a legal way to get this done a right way without giving the NCAA way too much power.
Yeah.
So I think the most reasonable explanation is everybody's just going to have to come together and realize there are no rules, but we need to follow some sort of bylaws.
Yeah. Trinity Chambliss got denied, so he's going to take his to court.
Yep.
So Joey, he fired a TRO, temporary restraining order.
Right.
So they have 15 days to respond. So that, and he filed that Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
So that means they have till next Friday to answer, which is why they're going to court.
A lot of people were thinking that Joey really didn't have that much of a chance.
Right.
And then the TRO came through and like, okay, maybe this is now leaning towards more likely than not. There's still a chance to get struck down, but the TRO is a good sign.
Right.
Well, he's going to have the same argument Pavia had, that he doesn't have a future in the NFL, but Tennessee has set aside a 7-figure sum for him to come back. I think with that, that probably leans toward him winning it. But
recently, correct me if I'm wrong, there was at least discussion about not counting community college towards someone's eligibility.
Right.
that was the original Diego Pavia case.
So, so Joey's probably arguing the same thing. He played a couple of years in community college and JUCO, and he's wanting more eligibility off of, I guess, a COVID year, too. I don't blame him for wanting that. He wants to come back and make $2 million. From a Tennessee standpoint, I'm like, man, that's a low ceiling. That's a lot of money that you have in your quarterback room that you're just not spending. Like, two 5-stars just sitting behind him. Yeah. And, a 5-star quarterback to be on your roster is going to cost at least $1 million, $2 million, even if they're not playing just to sit. So that's dead money that Tennessee's not using. It's kind of wild to say that's dead money. It kind of sounds like dead cap, and you're starting to use jargon that you use in the NFL. But, that's what it is.
It is.
They're paying these guys millions of dollars to just sit there. And so that's another thing. I'm like, okay, we're paying these guys to just be backups. Like, that's
the age we're at.
Yeah, it is. It is. And also, there's a lot to go into. Is like, okay, what is Josh Heupel? What does it say about Josh Heupel? That Hendon Hooker was a transfer. Joe Milton was a transfer, and he pushed Joe Milton out to bring in Nico. Nico didn't play great. Right. He was someone that was going to build. Like in 2 or 3 years, Nico would have been fantastic. But he didn't want. In today's age of college sports, it's hard to get someone.
It's now.
Right. Yeah. It's now. And so Nico wasn't developed that well, and now he's relying on another transfer, Joey, instead of developing and starting the 2 5-star quarterbacks that he recruited onto campus.
Right.
So does that speak more about Josh Heupel? Does that speak about the times? Because, Lane Kiffin's been doing the same thing, right? He's one with transfer quarterbacks. I think you can say a little bit of both there. I don't know. What about you?
I agree. I think the best way to win, you look at the 2 quarterbacks in the national championship game.
Yeah.
Both transfers.
Right.
Go back to last year. Who was the national championship game? It was Ohio State transfer quarterback, Notre Dame transfer quarterback. You win with older, experienced guys. And I will say, in a second full season under Josh Heupel, Hendon Hooker looked really good and really improved. The 5-star guy, we only have that 1 year of Nico to look at and say, hey, this is what we're looking at with the 5-stars on the bench. So I really don't know. The Tennessee fan in me wants Joey back. The sports fan in me thinks it's time to move on.
I feel like Josh Heupel is definitely trying his best to navigate the rough waters that everybody's dealing with right now, with people, transfer portal, NIL, everything like that. And you're right. It is definitely proven. You look at the past couple of championship games, all transfer quarterbacks, all experienced transfer quarterbacks. We're not just talking about a transfer quarterback that, you're a transfer sophomore. No, these are transfer, this is your last year of eligibility. You've been in the system for 5 years, maybe 6, and you have experience. And I do feel like Tennessee will benefit that. I mean, that's something that everybody benefits. Even if you have a young team, to be able to have a quarterback that knows what he's doing, can ingest all the play calls and read the defense as well, you need that experience at that position. Yeah. And I think Josh has definitely, been trying to do that. It's just still some of these transfer quarterbacks, you can hit or miss. And it's been looking like, okay, you're looking like you're hitting, and then all of a sudden the second half of the season comes around and things change.
I think as much of it goes into coaching, though, because nobody was thinking of Fernando Mendoza as anything when he entered the portal and transferred to Indiana.
Well, that was definitely. Kirk Cignetti right now, I think, has proven himself to be the best coach in college football right now, and that's going to stay that way until something else changes. I mean, he has taken that team that only had what we looked it up that one time. What was it, three stars or something like that?
They had an 8% blue chip ratio.
8%,
everyone else in the playoff that was 40 plus.
Yeah, it was 40. And he, coaching was probably the best coach team that college football has ever seen. Yeah. And so you can definitely coach. And I do feel like Josh has some coaching stuff that he needs to develop and get better on. And I do believe that he can do it. He has proven to me at this point that he is a good, solid coach, and he can excel in some things. It just needs to be worked on a little bit. And I think it will click at some point. Obviously, this year, what happens with Joey Aguilar, okay, well, if he's coming back, if he's not, whatever. But if you're able to get a transfer somewhere, get someone solid in that quarterback position that is very steady, I really think Tennessee can be a 10-win team. Each year in and year out. You just got to find the right piece to do that with.
Here's some crazy stories out of college football. Number one, LA Bowl shutting down after 5 editions. Be gone with me, Satan. The Badgers' Luke Fickell asked to forego his 1-year extension, so that's kind of crazy. And no shocker, someone from Georgia did something stupid. A viral TikTok challenge led to a Georgia football player landing in hot water. Bulldogs defensive tackle London Seymour, the son of Pro Football Hall of Famer Richard Seymour, was arrested on January 29th after he and 3 other men allegedly caused damage to 11 doors in 2 UGA dormitories on December 5th and 6th. Seymour, a freshman from Sewanee, Georgia, been there before, was charged with 11 felony counts of criminal damage to property. He posted bond and was released. In a statement to ESPN, Seymour's attorney, Kim Stevens, said he hopes to have the case dismissed through a pretrial diversion program, which would include Seymour and the others paying for the damage. Stevens said the UGA Police Department overreacted in charging Seymour with 11 felonies. London Seymour played in Georgia's opener this past season. Yeah, we're not going to mention who they beat. He joined the Bulldogs as a walk-on. So, my goodness.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
So what was the TikTok chat?
Have you seen the breaking door TikTok challenge?
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
it's just.
Okay, you're asking the wrong guy if I've seen the TikTok thing.
It's just it's another one of those. And look, I'm a millennial. I know that we've done dumb stuff before, so I mean, I get it. But the Gen Z people that are going around, I mean, I understand TikTok challenges. I get it. They can be funny. Like when we had the ice bucket challenge and all that stuff. That's good. I get that. But why are we having to kick people's doors down? I mean, that's I don't know the legal stuff behind it. I don't know if that's a felony. I obviously think if you break a bank's door down, that's going to be a felony. But
I think it's the fact that it was a university dorm. So that's
probably
by taxpayer dollars.
That's probably a felony or something like that. It's like why are we doing this stupid stuff? What happened to the good old days where you could just go on your phone and watch a funny Vine of just somebody doing something stupid, but at least it wasn't like really illegal or something like that.
I would say, and I got a problem with the diversion program to just pay for the 11 doors and that makes it go away. I think that's extremely stupid because this is a college athlete that plays at Georgia. He is being well paid.
Yeah.
There is no way that is going to put any sort of dent in his pocket.
All right, so I can pretty much, without going on a limb here, say that we all on this table do not like Georgia athletics, right? Not one bit. All right.
I covered it.
Yeah, you covered them. Why? I understand why Kirby Smart almost looks the other way with this stuff because you have all this talent on your team. And yes, your job as a Georgia football head coach is to win football games. So you're going to put the best talent onto the field to win these football games. But my goodness, at what point do you have to lay the hammer down and say enough is enough. I mean, you're getting all these players that are getting speeding tickets galore. You're getting people arrested. They're getting DUIs. They're getting all this stuff. At what point does it become a problem? And yeah, it's happened at Alabama too. I'm still kind of upset with how Greg Byrne and Nate Oates handled the Brandon Miller thing. I don't like how certain things have panned out. So at what point do you actually have to say enough is enough?
There was one particular case a few years ago with one of their linemen that involved like someone dying in
It was
a
that
car
thing
wreck.
that happened around the draft.
The car wreck. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's pretty serious
Well, it's fun.
implications.
I had seen that original story, and it had a typo in it. It said 131 felony counts, and nobody batted an eye.
Are they the new you?
Probably.
It might be worse.
Yeah.
The way it's looking, they might be worse, but that's just crazy. But in other SEC news, the conference distributed more than $1 billion to its 16 universities for the 2024-25 fiscal year, which ended last August. Total distribution jumped more than $200 million from the previous year. The current total includes $37.4 million retained by the universities that participated in the college football playoff and bowl games. The amount distributed from the conference office, including bowl revenue retained by participants, averaged $72.4 million for the schools with a full year financial participation. Oklahoma and Texas, which joined the conference in July 2024, received distributions of $2.6 and $12.1 million respectively related to CFP and bowl participation in designated NCAA funds. $72.4 million average per school is approximately $18.6 million above the 2023-24 average of $53.8 million for full members.
That's just gobs of money.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can get from it, and it kind of sucks for Oklahoma because they're getting pretty much chump change out of it. Now, obviously, Texas's amount's going to be higher because they've made the playoff and SEC championship and stuff like that. I mean, my reaction is just take away. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why Texas and Oklahoma joined the SEC, though, is
Right.
because of these kind of numbers. Yeah, to get these kind of numbers. So, and I was thinking back, I'm like, man, what really kind of started this downhill trajectory? Like, we can go back to, money coming in the back door, Cam Newton, even before that, whatever popular player was paid, dating all the way back to, the 90s, and I'm sure the 80s players are being paid.
Oh, you go back to SMU in the 70s.
Right. Oh, yeah, right. So there's been plenty of examples, but I'm like, okay, what recent thing really was tipping the domino that started this escalation of the mess that we see now? And in my mind, what I kept going back to was Texas and Oklahoma leaving the Big 12 for the SEC. I'm like, I feel like that was kind of the first big domino to fall.
When stuff started getting a little crazy.
Yeah, that's whenever stuff really started snowballing, and we have the mess that we are now. Not to say that it was the cause of everything, but I guess it was one of the first, visible, tangible things to the common fan whenever everything really started to change and get shaken up to where we no longer have the SEC that we grew up with.
Well, I think we're, and this could be completely out of left field, but I think we're at a point where the Big Ten and the SEC are just going to start to gobble up as many schools as they can and then just completely disband from the NCAA and make their own league.
Please take us.
Yeah.
Please take them.
Well, and you think
we'll take 'em.
we're so out of place
We'll
in
take
the
'em.
Big 12. Please take us.
and you think about that. I mean, you go back. Heck, was it now 2026?
Yeah.
You go back almost 10 years now. I want to say that there was discussion back in 2016 or 2017 of SEC, Big Ten, starting to end up getting all these just two conferences in football, and it's outside of the NCAA, and everybody's kind of like, oh yeah, whatever or whatnot. Well, you look at the way that things are now. Is that going to be such a bad thing? I mean, you see what the NCAA's have to deal with. It's lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. At some point, I know that they still bring in a lot of money, but at what point do they say, hey, we can't afford to really do these lawsuits anymore, especially if they keep going higher and higher in courts? I mean, it could be by 2030 you're looking at NCAA might not even be able to be in existence or whatnot.
And I think that'd be a travesty for sports outside of football, because I think the NCAA's postseason and the way everything runs for basketball and baseball is fine. It just doesn't work in football.
Yeah, and I could live in a world where you have like the CFP is technically outside of NCAA jurisdiction or something. It's weird. It's like it's outside, but it's also affiliated. So you end up having just football itself. Division I FCS CFP football is no longer part of the NCAA. It is its own little institution, and I could live in that world. I can live in a world where it's just outside of that, because you're right. I feel like from a football perspective, the stuff that they have going on right now doesn't really jive with it. But basketball, baseball, I get that kind of, it feels like it works and everything. But I mean, you still have that kind of discussion now where Big Ten, SEC, top two conferences in football right now just keep gobbling up these teams, and at some point you're just going to end up getting what the NFL has, which is you have the AFC and you have the NFC. Mm-hmm. You have the East Coast, you have the West Coast, or something like that. And it's honestly, I think that's what's going to end up happening with it. I don't know how long it will take, but at some point I think it will.
All right, guys, well, coming up next, we will get into the Super Bowl. We're going to not only pick winners, we're going to look at some of these other prop bets. I threw out some crazy ones to them yesterday, Taylor, but we're going to really dig into the deep coming up next here on Exports Today.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Top quality equipment rentals at the right price. It's not too good to be true at Rent Right Equipment and Sales. We guarantee clean, reliable products that are up to your standards. Our family-owned business has been doing that for more than 40 years. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff take care of you from purchase to maintenance. Saws, drills, lifts, mowers, generators, you name it, we've got it. Stop by and see our inventory today, located on Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Today.
Where's that going?
Well, you know, they got the claws. You know,
that's true.
So if it gets to your skin, it can break the skin.
That's the thing. If it gets
you're
to
wearing like what you know,
yeah,
we're
all of us, you know, the claws would just.
Yeah,
we're talking. There's a school that Taylor's sister played against called the Fighting Koalas. So, there's this group I follow on Instagram that pranks each other, and one of them got like really hammered drunk, woke up with a koala on his back, and he was just talking about how painful it was because of the claws. And I was like, "Yeah, we chose you because your shirt was off." They put the snake on the guy with the shirt on, and they put a koala on him, and he was like, "Ow, ow, ow!" And this koala is just like loving life. I'm like, "Dude, someone's holding me. I'll claw this guy to death any day of the week." Anyways, back to what we were coming here to talk about. Super Bowl. Obviously, we've talked a lot about it leading up to the week, guys, but 5:30 our time, kicking off in San Francisco. From what we know, no one worked out at the 49ers practice facility. I'd rather go to a middle school field than get anywhere near a power plant at this point. But as of right now, these are the numbers. Seattle 4.5-point favorites, net minus 235 on the money line. Total points, the over-under is sitting at 45.5. So obviously New England plus 4.5, money line for them is 194. So where are you guys sitting? What are you guys taking here?
No, over.
Yeah,
over 44 is
over 45 and a half.
45 and a half. That's only.
I'd take the over on that. I feel like Super Bowls over the past couple of years have been a little on the higher scoring side of things. So I think there's going to be some points in this one. I think we're going to see a defensive or a special teams touchdown that really makes a huge impact in this game.
I can get behind. Yeah, I think the over-under is going to end up being somewhere over 50. I think if I were to pick a final score for a winning team, I really think it's going to be somewhere around like 28 or like 31, something like that. Someone's going to end up getting to around that score. As for like who I'm going to take betting-wise, I would really. What is it? Seattle minus 4.5. I honestly think that it's going to be within a touchdown.
Okay.
So I would probably
4.5.
Yeah.
So you take.
I would take
Patriots take the points.
Yeah, Patriots would take the points. So at least cover.
I'd say Seattle's going to cover. I'm a believer in the Patriots and how good they are, but I'm also skeptical of their schedule. I mean, it's just been a cakewalk, and Seahawks have been dominant. I really think they have been. They played against a good Rams defense, and they scored 31,
something like that,
something like that on them. Yeah. So I'm on the same line as you are. I think 28-31 is a achievable range for the Seattle offense. Or maybe Seattle offense scores 21, and then a special teams or defensive touchdown gets them over the hill to make it 28 or 31. I don't think the Patriots are going to be able to score as much, though. So my prediction, I want to let you know my score. I told someone the other day it's going to be 31-21. And I feel good about that. I'm going to stick with 31-21.
That hits the over, and that hits everything.
Yeah, I'd take the over.
Seattle, right? 31-21?
Yeah. Seattle to cover, yeah.
I like it. So I've gone back and forth all week thinking about this one, and Seattle played a much tougher division, had a much tougher schedule during the regular season, but this is the Super Bowl. I don't think anything before this game matters once those two teams get on the field. I think it's going to come down to coaching staffs, and just from being a Titans fan, I think Mike Vrabel's got a couple screws loose upstairs, and I'm not sure if Mike McDonald does.
If he wins this game, he's going to have something loose downstairs, too.
That's a good point. Good point, yeah. Well, he said he'd leave half now. So.
That's what I'm saying. He's losing something.
So I'm going with the Patriots. I don't know what it is. It may just be the Super Bowl from 2014 knocking in the back of my head, but I'm going New England with this one.
Give me your score.
I'm going. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go.
He's keeping receipts here.
New England.
We're gonna discuss this on Monday.
I'm gonna go New England 27, Seattle 21.
Ooh, so you're taking you're going straight money line.
I think that defensive touchdown, because I think it's New England that gets it. I think that's gonna make the difference.
I do think that Seattle is going to win, and I do, for some reason, I can get behind what you're saying with like a 10-point game. I can see that. I can see how maybe the Patriots start off pretty good, and then all of a sudden the lights might get a little too much for Drake May, and Seattle starts to pull away. So I can see this being like a 10, 14-point game, but there's just something telling me that this is going to end up being pretty close. And I'm going to go with 31-28 Seattle. I feel like, if I had to get very specific, I feel like the Patriots have a chance down the stretch, and then maybe like a crucial turnover ends it.
See, my mind is this is the first time they're not playing in snow in what feels like forever. So I think that's going to lean towards them a little bit.
I am going to go. For some reason, I feel like we are going to have a really random 2-point conversion. I don't know what's making me think this, but I'm knowing kind of both coaches, especially Vrabel, that he's going to throw one out of nowhere, and I'm like you got. I still think 31-21 is close, because you can close it out with a late touchdown.
You can get to 31 with the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go 24-23 Seattle.
So I'm the lone Patriots guy.
No cover.
No cover, and barely hitting the over.
Yeah. Not just barely squeezing.
Yeah, barely hitting the over. So let's. These are the odds for the anytime touchdown scores. Kenneth Walker -190, Jackson Smith and Jigba -110, Ramondre Stevenson +140, AJ Barner +240, Hunter Henry +240, Cooper Kupp +260. Stephon Diggs +270, Drake May. This has to be a rushing touchdown, by the way, or receiving, not throwing. It is the Patriots, +280. Kayshon Boutte. I know that's not how you say it, but I
like the emphasis on this wrong syllable.
Boutte, because you can booty or butt anyway. Butt. Talking like my brother-in-law like that. I don't know how you say this Kayshon name. Is it Boutte, buddy? I don't know.
You have a more unfortunate mispronunciation and say Jackson Smith and Jigbo like Drewski did last night.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say that one while we're recording. That's pretty unfortunate.
Travion Rashid Shaheed, Bryant's boy.
My guy.
+370.
Sign him up.
Travion Henderson +480. Anyone on the Seattle defense +550. Anyone on the New England defense +900.
So it doesn't have any specific offensive
no,
defensive
it just
players,
says Seattle
just teams.
defense, New England defense. They have defensive players, but I think if you're going to go with the defensive touchdowns.
Okay, I have another pick. Can we make another pick?
Sure.
Give me your MVP.
I was actually going to bring that one up. Y'all go first.
Mine's Shaheed.
Sam Darnold.
Okay. Smart.
I'm going to go a little out of left field here. I'll go Travion Henderson.
Okay, that one is a little
out of left field.
I don't not like it though.
I am going to go Kenneth Walker.
Okay.
Rely on the running game. I would love to give it to an offensive or defensive lineman as a former one, but biased in the media and all that stuff. Just kidding. Okay, here's some other ones here, guys. It is +10,000 for each team to score a rushing and a passing touchdown in each half.
I feel like that's
player?
No, just the team.
The team,
a
rushing
and a pat in each half.
In each half.
I think that's a pretty good bet, honestly.
Plus 10,000.
Oh wow!
So that means all right.
I put $1 on this one year.
Yeah. So
I came up like, which one was it? Oh, it was last year. I put $1 on it. Of course, Chiefs were awful.
Yeah, they were.
So literally, what you're saying is in the first half, Seattle has to have one passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Patriots have the same thing, and the same thing in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think that's like not out of the realm of. I mean, I can see that really happening.
I'd put $1 on that.
Yeah, I'll put $1 on that easily.
Yeah, plus 10,000 seems extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, it does seem.
Well,
I would say it seems unlikely, not probable, because that is a lot of points, and you're getting home with over on that. If that's likely to happen.
Yeah. Each team to score a touchdown and a field goal in each half is plus 1,700.
Ooh, I just found some fun prop bets.
That'd be more doable.
Yeah.
This gets really crazy. They're fun though. It makes you think.
Jersey number of first touchdown score over under 10.5.
What?
The jersey number of first touchdown score over under 10.5.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like, what's Kenneth Walker wear?
8, I think. Yeah.
Here's another one. Drake May, Sam Darnold to each record 15 passing yards or more in each quarter. I think they'll do that on each drive.
Yeah.
Let alone
Ooh, a score
each
Johnny
quarter.
is plus 2,500.
Yeah. Plus that's plus 105, plus 500 for each to score 30, to have at least 30 passing yards in each quarter.
Hang on? Did you say score-origami?
You know,
What is a score-origami?
A score that
It's a
never
score
happened
that's
before.
never happened before in the history.
Oh,
of the
okay.
NFL.
Okay.
We've got
There's a Twitter
Oh,
page
what?
dedicated to
Yeah,
it.
okay.
So
plus 2,500 for a scoregami.
Okay.
Quarterback to have to catch a pass at least one is plus 1,100. Any non-quarterback to throw a touchdown is plus 1,400. Offensive lineman touchdown plus 2,200.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker and Ramondre Stevenson each have 50 rushing yards in each half is 12,500.
Oh, there's also you can bet
Plus
on
12,000.
You can bet on who's going to reach the top.
So both of them having
running
100-yard games, it's just split 50-50,
Yeah.
half. That would be a tough ask with those defenses.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Bryant. Rashid Shaheed over under 19.5 miles an hour with the ball in his hand. That's another one. You can reach. You can guess who's going to reach the top speed.
Over.
Yeah, he's going to get over that.
Here's another one it could be doable. Plus 12,500. Walker and Stevenson need to each have 25 rushing yards in each half.
Mm-hmm.
JSN and Stephon Diggs need at least 25 receiving yards each half. Darnold and May need to throw for 100 yards in each half.
And that's plus 25,000.
No, it's 12,500 plus.
Yeah, I'll put $1 on that easily.
I like that one.
I don't know, something about that one just seems. That's too many things.
Yeah, it is too
That's
many variables.
just too many things. Listen, that's how gambling companies win. They emphasize these parlays, and it's like, no, the parlays, what kills you?
Oh, they have
That's too many things that have to go right.
Mm-hmm.
So DraftKings has player specials. 50 Shades of May. May to either have a 50 rushing yards or 50-yard long completion. Big game Hunter Henry to have 3 receptions in each half.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all like this one?
I'm a believer in Hunter Henry.
Booty call. Kayshawn Booty to score 40-plus a 40-yard long receiving touchdown.
This is not good. DraftKings.
Oh, I got a better one. Ghostbuster. Sam Darnold to have either 3 passing touchdown or 1 rushing.
Okay. Chances of any quarter to end scoreless is plus 250.
I don't know if there's going to be a scoreless quarter.
I think these games always start slow.
I could get behind the first quarter. I could get behind that one.
0-0 quarter?
Yeah, 0-0 quarter.
I'm with you.
Yeah, first quarter, it's probably your best bet.
I could get behind that, but I think there's at least going to be one score.
The chance for the Seahawks to score in all 4 quarters plus 130, for the Patriots to score in all 4 quarters plus 260.
Wow.
They're basically Vegas is telling you that they think Seattle's going to put up the points in this game. Each team to score in all 4 quarters plus 750. And for 50,000 plus 50,000, 2 made field goals in each quarter.
Combined or each team?
Doesn't say,
just
it just
2
says
made
2.
field goals in each quarter.
Plus 50,000.
I put $1 on that.
Yeah, that's like almost a free $500 right
Yeah.
there.
All right. Oh, I just clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, here, first touchdown score. Kenneth Walker plus 370, Jackson Smith and Jigba plus 550, Ramondre Stevenson plus 750, Cooper Kupp plus 1200, AJ Barner plus 1200, Stephon Diggs plus 1600.
First touchdown scorer?
Yeah.
See, I hate this because
I mean, there's a million of these.
you got to. It literally comes down to, first off, a
Who
coin
gets the ball?
flip.
Who gets the
50.
ball?
Your odds are already not looking good
Yeah.
if your team doesn't get the ball first.
Yeah.
I mean, the easy one to say would be like Ramondre or Walker. I would try to think outside the box here. Like Michael said, what's Trayvon Henderson's odds for first-time touchdown scorers? Do you have it in front of you?
Let's
See, I was thinking him or Booty for the first touchdown.
Henderson is plus 2,500.
See, I want to take that one.
Let's see, we just got a bunch of defensive guys at like plus 10,000. Rashid Shaheed plus 1,800. Seattle defense plus 3,000. New England defense plus 4,000. Kayshon Boutte plus 1,700.
Oh, wow. You can plus 3,000 if there will be a successful onside kick.
Yeah. Ooh.
Who's singing the national anthem? Jennifer Hudson, is that right?
That sounds about right.
Charlie, maybe this is Charlie Puth.
Charlie, that guy.
Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
So I want to find. Does like Polymarket have the over/under on the national anthem?
Oh
time?
yeah, on the time it's like
yeah.
over/under like.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 2 minutes
yeah.
or like 2:12 or something like that.
And see, I'm disappointed. I can't find the Gatorade one. What color the Gatorade's going to be? That's always my favorite one.
So, random side note, I did see that Polymarket posted this the other day. Apparently, they have a bet you can do for when Jesus Christ is going to come back, and apparently the odds for him coming back in 2027 have jumped by 4%.
Yeah. Okay. I was talking to Bryant about that yesterday. Bet against it. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never looked on Polymarket. This is my first time, but like you can bet like less than 80 seconds, 80 to 90 seconds, 90 to 100 seconds.
Jennifer Hudson, right? Or Charlie
Puth. Charlie Puth.
I would take the under at 90 seconds.
And see, I
They'll
think
go quickly, I think.
I feel like
90
you want to drag
seconds?
it out.
Well, they say the best national anthem is under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
If
that
you-
would
if
be
you-
100. That would be a minute,
Minute
120.
So
120 seconds.
There's been a couple under 90 seconds.
Most of the votes here, 37% of the bets have been 110 to 120 seconds. 45% of the bets 120 to 130 seconds. So that's kind of your over under is like 130, 125 somewhere in there.
Okay, so I've looked up the fastest and slowest Super Bowl national anthems. The longest was 2.5 minutes by Alicia Keys. The shortest was 1 minute and 2 seconds by Mr. Neil Diamond.
Oh,
He got it out there quick.
Oh, God, Neil.
Will be, here's another good one on Polymarket. Player or head coach to cry during the national championship, yes or no?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Here's some game prop bets. Plus 31-37. Kenneth Walker, 60 rushing yards. Travion Henderson, 20. Drake May, 40 rushing yards. JSN, 5 rushing yards or more.
And really keeping it on the ground.
Yeah.
We kind of had something similar
Yeah.
when you mentioned it yesterday. It was rushing attempts
Yeah.
for Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
I just don't foresee him getting a jet sweep.
Yeah. Passing wise, Drake May, Sam Darnold, each 225 plus passing yards, and each of them to throw 2 touchdowns or more. That's plus 479.
That's a little testy because that's banking on the game being a very heavy passing game. I just don't know if we have that.
And I can see Darnold doing that. I don't know if I can see Drake May doing that because you look at Drake May's stats in the postseason, he's only averaging like 150 yards a game passing, and like maybe a touchdown. So I don't.
177.
Yeah, I don't know if I couldn't get behind that. I can see Darnold doing it. I can't see May doing it.
Anytime touchdown scores, JSN, Kenneth Walker, Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs, plus 29.73.
All four?
All 4. Have to score at least once.
That's a lot of points. JSN, Walker, Stevenson, and Diggs.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd lay money on that. Yeah. I'm too skeptical about Diggs getting a touchdown, obviously, out of all 4 of those guys. So.
Yeah, I like these Super Bowls when it's a whole lot of guys that have never been there before because you don't know who's the most experienced guy in this game.
Yeah. Here's another one. Drake May over 221.5 passing yards. Darnold 229.5. Stephon Diggs 5 receptions. JSN 8 receptions and a touchdown. That's plus 10. That's plus 1,012.
I'm more on that one than the 2 touchdowns for each quarterback.
Trying to find this is all FanDuel. Trying to find the let's see.
Here's the Gatorade shower color on Poly Market. The heavy betting favorite's blue,
obviously,
and then green, yellow is 25%.
Red's not on there.
Red and pink is 7% of the bets coming in.
What happened to Fruit Punch?
That's my favorite Gatorade.
Orange is above. It's wild to me. They group green and yellow in, but they don't group like orange and
yellow.
red.
Yeah.
That is weird.
I guess because orange is its own like specific orange.
Yes.
Orange Gatorade's iconic.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
These we could go through these all day. Before we leave, guys, is there any Super Bowl that's your favorite that really stands out?
Honestly, I think the first one I remember watching in person was the helmet catch. And the only reason I remember that is because I was asleep. I was asleep because I was, I think, 4 or 5 when the game happened. I don't know if that
really makes me feel old. Thank you.
And my mom, all-time Patriots hater, hates Tom Brady, hates Bill Belichick because they cheated because she's a teacher and they hate cheaters. So she was hooping and hollering when I can't think of the guy. Tyree made the catch, so I watched the end of that Super Bowl. That's probably my first favorite Super Bowl memory.
That one's up there for me. I do specifically remember that one. Also, the one I want to say was the New Orleans Indianapolis one, the one after Katrina.
Yes,
and that's the one where Sean Payton had the onside kick.
It was like 2 years after.
That was a couple years after.
It
was like 2009.
I think that was the year after the helmet catch.
It was about a year after the helmet catch.
They made the playoffs. I want to say they got to the conference championship game.
I literally looked up Super Bowls right in front of me.
I think they got to the conference championship game and lost, but they won it a couple
Giants
years
New
later.
England.
Okay, yeah.
Giants New England was 2008.
Mhm.
And
so yeah, it should have been the next year.
Where is
2 years later? Yep.
Yeah,
New Orleans, Indianapolis, 2010. Yeah. 2009 season. Yeah, that was like 5 years later.
That one, I know it wasn't a close game, but that one had some interesting plays in it, like specifically the onside kick to start the second
Big
half.
6, like it was a great game.
Yeah. If I had to pick one that I remember and say, okay, that was probably the best one, and I know that it was not the outcome that I wanted, but it was still like, holy cow, what a game, was the last time we had this matchup in the Super Bowl, where you just hand it to Marshawn Lynch, and he gets that 2-yard touchdown and game's over.
Yeah.
To me, that was probably one of the better Super Bowls.
The catch that everybody, I forgot about it until I saw it the other day. There's insane. Yes,
that dude made insane catches.
That was insane, like bobbling catch, like him just like staying with it. His back's on the ground to get them to where they were, to make it to where they could have handed it off to Marshawn Lynch. That was an insane play that everybody forgets about.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite because I hate Tom Brady. My favorite, I'm just biased here. I love Peyton's first against Chicago, 29-17.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one for me.
And our first weather Super where there's been cold weather ones before because they played one. I think Super Bowl IV was in Tulane Stadium, old Tulane Stadium, and it was like 30 degrees. I think it was like
yes, that's
cheap. It was
cheap from you.
Chiefs, Vikings, and the Vikings were heavy favorites, and Lynn Dawson's and the Chiefs ran the ball down their throat in that game. Muddy field too, from what
final
I remember.
score.
It was pretty dumb. I couldn't tell you the
23-7.
Yeah, I knew it was. I just remember there's a famous of their coach Hank Stram. He goes 57 toss power trap. It's going to work. It's going to knife through him, and he kept 37 toss power trap where they faked the toss. He actually didn't really fake the toss. He just kind of stood there, handed it off, offensive line open the season.
I want to give a shout out to Dylan Manus, a teacher here at the high school. He can name every Super Bowl, every stadium, every score, and obviously every team. He's got that off the dome.
Wow.
I've been to a lot of these Super Bowl stadiums. Rice, that was Cowboys Dolphins, if I remember right, when they played at Rice Stadium. That place is the most depressing joint ever.
It really,
I've ever been at.
Well, it's just right in the middle of Houston.
Yeah. Am I right? Was that Dolphins Cowboys?
The first one in 1974 at Rice Stadium was Miami, Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. It was like 19-6 or something.
24-7, close.
24-7. Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah. Scores. I mean, I could tell you Super Bowl quarterbacks and where they went to college and whatnot, but the scores and
they played one at the Sun Devil Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
was
was
in the 90s.
Cowboys Steelers.
Yeah,
that was the Larry Brown 2-pick game against Neil O'Donnell. He is tied for 3 interceptions, which is the most in Super Bowl history. I can't tell you where the other one came from, but I think I've got 2 off the top of my head. I remember the first one I ever watched was Bills Giants that started the Bills 4 straight Super Bowl. They played at Old Tampa Bay Stadium. It was during the Gulf War, the whole Whitney Houston one. Because we watched it at church, and they pulled it up on a projector. They just they hung a sheet in our kids' church room, and everyone went back there. It was the first Super Bowl party, and I just remember, because the game went pretty quick, because the Giants had the ball, I think, for 46 minutes. Wow.
Jeez.
That was Belichick, defensive coordinator, and they basically, because the Bills started the run and gun offense and whatnot, and they basically just told the Bills, they put 2 down linemen the entire game, told the Bills run the ball, and the Bills stubbornly tried to throw it on them.
Yeah,
went nowhere. Also, Jeff Hostetler, West Virginia guy, won the game that day. But then the other one was, because I was watching with a bunch of Steeler fans, how the crazy ebbs and flows of that Steeler-Cardinals Super Bowl. Speaking of Tampa Bay.
That was a good one.
Raymond James, it went from the James Harrison 99-yard touchdown at the end of the half, which, by the way, I think he was down because his elbow was down at the freaking half-yard line. And then
that was the last play going into before halftime.
Yeah, it was. That's what took him into halftime. And then the Cardinals on that Larry Fitzgerald slant, he breaks open. I just remember feeling like dead silence, which if you're around a bunch of Steeler fans is the most beautiful sound you'll ever hear in your life. And then Ben throws that pinpoint ball to Santonio Holmes, which I'm still not convinced his toe was down.
That was another one I had on my mind. That's definitely up there, one of the better ones that I watched.
I mean, we've had so many good, when I was growing up, we didn't have a whole lot of good ones.
You mentioned the Bills. It was 20-19 against the Giants. They got blown out after that, 37-24, 52-17, 30-13.
The 30-13 they were leading at half because that was in Atlanta. We have a bowl that my mom still puts pasta salad in from that soup. We didn't go to it, but it was one of those deal things because it has the peach on it when they actually did custom logos for the Super Bowl. Do you guys know the story behind that it was in Minnesota, the Bills and the Redskins, that Thurman Thomas had this ritual where he would put his helmet, I think it was on the 35-yard line. Harry Connick Jr. comes out to do the national anthem, and someone moved his helmet. He couldn't find it, so they had a play specifically designed for him on the first play of the game that they were convinced was going to be a touchdown. He can't find his helmet. So they put Kenneth Davis in. Kenneth Davis runs the wrong way. He's supposed to go right, he goes left. And if you watch the all 22, it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
Wow. And it completely changed the course of the game. And first play of the game, the Bills lost. Because they had the wrong guy.
They had the wrong guy, and he went the wrong way.
Yeah. I think that was on the NFL Films thing about that.
And then that Bills, the one you're talking about, they lost 52-10. They started off 10-0. They were winning that game. And then the Cowboys scored 52.
Well, the thing is the story about that second Dallas one is they went into halftime leading, but had already told themselves they were going to lose.
Yeah.
It's that
was also the infamous, which has changed. It's made my life a living you-know-what because of the Bills during their open period for the media decided to work on their shovel pass play. And then Jimmy Johnson just happened to be watching, and and he calls all of his defensive coaches. The Bills run a shovel pass, and they're like, no. For some reason, the Bills during the open period in front of the media started to work on the shovel pass play. They ran it 3 times, I think, for -6 yards.
Oh my gosh!
In the game, and then ever since then, every time, hey, don't shoot this. Make sure you don't show that. Just tight shots only. I'm like, not everything is Jimmy Johnson, bro. It's it's August 7th, all right? And plus, by the way, you all run the same crap. We all know you do. You ain't being.
I would say there's about 20 plays in the NFL. And they all run this. Yeah.
And the same in college. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Didn't see that before. anyways, I could go on and on about that over and over. All right, anything else to add, guys, before Super Bowl Sunday?
I saw something last night where Tuskegee's men's basketball coach. Did you? He left the game in handcuffs.
Yeah. I did see something about that. Yeah.
So the story of like what happened, they were playing Morehouse, and Morehouse football team came to the game.
Trying to get in the handshake line.
And their coach went over to the security staff. I guess it was at Morehouse, so it was one of their guys, and just put the coach in cuffs and walked him out.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't hire super fans as your team state troopers.
And also was perceived to be the consensus first overall pick in the NHL. He got felony charges just dropped today because, I don't know if you guys know this, they played an outdoor game at Beaver Stadium at Penn State against Michigan State. Just under 75,000 people showed up for it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and this guy was at a bar, which, by the way, why is he at that? I know where this bar is because I live there. I don't know why he was at that bar. I guess dumb college kid. Well, some guy was talking trash about his mom. He decked him.
I heard something that he was with his mom at the bar.
And this guy was talking trash about his mom. He's 18 years old. It's going to be the consensus first overall pick. Guy was talking trash about his mom, and he decked him.
Oh,
so now they got.
And see, in hockey, I feel like that's something that would raise your draft stock. It's like,
hey,
this guy's got a good right hook.
Yeah, trust me. People are.
Gotta get him out of jail first, though.
It's like not only can this guy score goals, he can beat you up at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
is there anything new that came out?
No, Nate Oates has said a couple of things, but he just likes to run his mouth. So
I can't get behind you on that. He does like to run his mouth.
I do not care what he says. So no, nothing's come out about the court ruling from Bediako.
Okay.
So.
All right, well, guys, we'll be back in here on Monday to talk the Super Bowl and everything else going in the world of sports. So for Taylor, Brian, and Michael, I'm AJ. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Going the distance with local sports. This